Greetings, Steiners and fans of the Cooking Zone here on the Doomstead Diner. And I have not done a cooking show in quite some time. Basically, one of the main reasons is I've been having appetite problems again and haven't been eating much of very much interest. But today is a very special day. Today is the 64th, the beginning of the 64th year that I will be walking the earth as a meat package. Okay? And it's quite surprising to me that I got here to this level. I've been anticipating death on a daily basis, well, sometimes only weekly, for the last 5 years. And it's been a struggle to stay upright, but I'm still upright, okay? So I decided that I needed to do something special for my birthday, and I decided to cook myself a first-class gourmet meal, restaurant quality. And so, to begin with, if you're going to cook restaurant quality food, then you got to start with good substrates. And in this case, I scored some USDA Prime, okay, filet mignon, and at the bargain price of $17.83, which is a fabulous price. And there's actually several of these. I got to open up the package, and I will not be able to eat more than one of them, and probably not even in a single meal. So let me take them out of there and see what they look like. Okay. Yeah. Alright, there's 3 of them. So call it $18. These are $6 each. Alright, about the price of a McDonald's hamburger. And they have very good marbling, as USDA Prime should have. Yes. Okay. And for this meal, which one am I going to use? Oof. Actually, I think there may be only 2. Nope, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Over this meal, because it's a super special meal, I'm going to use the really big one. Okay, the biggest of the bunch, which is this guy. Okay. Look nice, right? Good fat. And filet mignon is normally pretty lean, and this is USDA Prime, which has more marbling, but actually, in my opinion, this approaches American Wagyu. Pretty close, especially that one. This steak should be quite good, hopefully. We'll see after we make it. And now, how are we going to cook it? Okay. Now, if you saw that package at the beginning, it said barbecue, BBQ. Okay. You know, I have barbecued fillets myself, but it's not the ideal cut to put on the barbecue. If you're putting stuff on barbecue, ribeye or T-bones, porterhouse, they work much better on there. So I'm not cooking it that way. The way I am going to cook it, if I can find all my accoutrements, is I'm going to make a very esoteric meal if you will. I'm going to make stekopov, which is something you'll only find really in good French restaurants. I doubt seriously that I could find stekopov here in Alaska, even if the fucking restaurants were open, which they're not in Anchorage. Again, they're closed. Okay? And you're certainly not going to find it up here in the valley. I mean, if you can get a decent sirloin up here, you're doing pretty fucking good. All right. So stekopov is steak with peppers, okay, or pepper. It's not pepper steak in the same way that you get pepper steak in a Chinese takeout, all right, which is using hot peppers of various sorts, not hot peppers, but green peppers. And this uses whole peppers, okay? And we start with some mixed white, black peppers. All right, and then I'm gonna add to that. Fucker. There we go. Gonna add to that green peppers. Okay, which are these guys. All right, and that's more of a gourmet item. And, you know, in a good food superstore, you'll find it. I can find it sometimes around here. But in general, you're probably going to have to order this from Amazon if you want to duplicate this meal. All right, that's enough of that. Because that steak is not too big. And you do not have to use filet mignon for stekopov. In fact, filet mignon probably is not the main choice. I think most restaurants that do serve it use a New York, Kansas City strip steak. All right. Now what you want to do is you want to coarsely crush it up, because it's gonna go on top of the steak, and you want to use. This is a mortar and pestle, all right, from your chemistry class, right? And this one is a real nice one made out of stone, which I've had for quite some time. I picked it up at an Alaska State Fair a while back. I don't remember how long ago, but it's a while. All right, that's probably crushed up enough. And now we got to take the steak and do basic seasoning, all right, to it first. And how much basic seasoning you want to put on it, well, that is entirely up to you. And basic seasoning here in this case is fresh ground pepper. If I can grind it. Goddamn crippled arms. And fresh ground sea salt. And to top it off, and this is optional. It may be optional for this video because I'm not sure I can get the fucking top off. Oh, there we go. What do you call it? Garlic and onion Himalayan pink salt seasoning. And it's from Three Bears. Okay, my favorite local food superstore. And that's enough on that side. Okay. You want to tap it in there. Okay. And another thing you might do, if you know you want to, is rub down the steak with some olive oil, and the pepper particularly will stick better if you do that. But it's not really necessary. And the salt that dissolves into the meat fairly rapidly, so it doesn't need oil to stick. Okay, and the garlic. Da, 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 da. Now, this meal, the way I'm going to prepare it, is going to feature quite a bit of garlic. If you've watched my recent videos, previous videos, you know that it is my belief that you cannot eat too much garlic in a meal or too much garlic in a day. So garlic ends up in just about everything that I cook. And plenty of it. Alright, so now we're going to take the peppers that we crushed up fairly recently. And put them on the plate. Whoa, smells like pepper. Holy cow. My eyes are watering. Yeah, I might have crushed these a little bit more, but I think it'll be alright. Okay. That's done. Now, we take that same piece of steak and we push it down into the peppers. Okay, now if you do not like pepper, this is probably not a meal you want to fix for yourself. Okay? But if you do like pepper, it's super duper delicious. And like I said, you'll be hard pressed to find a restaurant that'll serve it up. Unless you live in a really big Epicurean town like, say Paris or New York City, maybe San Francisco, but I imagine it would be pretty fucking hard to find a good steak au poivre anywhere. Alright, so that is that part of the preparation. Now there are more parts because this steak au poivre is not going to be solo. I'm actually going to add to it some roasted garlic and cheese stuffed mushrooms as well. And I'm not sure that I'm actually going to show that preparation at this time because you can see the angle that this is at. It's fucking hard for me to get up there and not kill myself. But I will show the cook on the steak at the very least. And then I'll talk a little bit about my birthday and the progress of collapse of industrial civilization, which is well upon us at this stage. So that's all the doom this time until I start cooking the sucker. Alright, which is probably going to be another 15-20 minutes before I start that. So I'll see you later. Okay, diners, we are back at the stove this time, and it is time to cook the steak. Okay, and to do this, we're using a cast iron pan today. All right, because you want your steak, at least if you like it the way I like it done, screaming hot. All right, so that you get the outside of the steak a nice crispy color, and then you want it more red and juicy on the inside. And we'll see how it comes out. And I'm not going to use a meat thermometer. I'm going to do this all from memory. All right. And I got to go get the steak. But first, let's torch up the stove and get this pan heating. Nice torch, right? Yeah, the brass one's for lighting my cigarettes right now. Okay, it's heating up, and I shall go get the steak. Now, you want your steak at around a room temperature, maybe a little lower, depends on how you like it done. And I had mine in the fridge for quite a while, and now I gotta get it out of there. So it should be somewhere in the middle between refrigerated and what do you call it? And room temperature. I have no exact idea. I would guess it's maybe at 45 degrees. Okay, maybe, give or take. Fahrenheit, that is, Fahrenheit, okay. Alright, and now we're going to need a little bit of oil, because this is, what do you call it? Cast iron pot, and without a little oil, I'll have too much shit sticking to the surface, and I don't want that, because it makes cleaning harder. Alright, so let's drizzle a little oil on there. Now this is garlic infused oil that is going on there. Okay. I roasted my garlic and is very tasty. And I don't need to throw in any extra garlic cloves now, because the oil itself has all the garlic it needs in it. Alright, so now, when I say screaming hot, how hot is screaming hot? Well, it's around 450 to 550 degrees. So let's see where we're at with the infrared thermometer. We're currently at, I don't know if you can see it, 376 degrees. So we're getting there rather rapidly. All right, and this goes fast. Okay, this is a very fast part of the cook. Doesn't take a whole lot of fucking time to get this done. Okay. I think we're just about there. No, not quite. Still in the 300s. I want to be at least in the 400s. And I am going to have to turn on my fan, because I'm going to start to get smoke. All right, and I don't want to set off the alarm today. I do that too often when I'm cooking. It's a big pain in the ass. Alright? So I don't want to do that. So you will have to tolerate the noise and the smoke when it comes, which is probably going to be pretty fucking soon. Yeah, we're at 417 now. Alright, we're right about there. Give me a glove or something. Alright, yep, we're starting to smoke. Alright, fan's going on. Here comes the steak. Ah! That's with all the peppercorns embedded. That is screaming hot. Okay, for 450, maybe 470. And it's a pretty thick filet mignon, which I like. Alright. Each side, I'm going to give each side and the edges around a minute, maybe. And that should be enough. And then you let it stand for a little while, and the heat travels through it and kinks it up. Alright? A little bit. And hopefully not too much, because I hate overdoing this stuff. Okay? Over on it. That might have been a little early. Top, watch out. They can hit you in the eye. Right? Blinding. Never happened to me. I never got blinded. I did get hit by a few hot peppercorns. So the outside is now seared. Ah, shit. Turning down the heat. And we got butter sizzling up in with the beef. We're at a lower temperature now. I lowered the temperature. Make sure we're 312, which should be pretty good. I can dispense with the fan now because I'm not smoking up. I'm down from smoke temperature. Maybe we got another minute here. All right. Where's my glove? Something. Figure out which fucking hand to use. You might want to put a little more butter in than I did. I'm a little thin. Not too bad. Alright. And I think that should be about good. So, turn it off. And get it on a plate to stand for a while. There's your plate. Next problem. Okay, got a plate. And you want to have some tools, good tools to pick this stuff up with, okay? Because it's real hot. And it's kind of hard doing it with a fork and stuff like that. So, those pinchers that I just used, those are very good. All right. All right. I am at last up to stage 3. 1, 2, 3, okay, of this process, which is making my Alpove sauce, all right, which I'm going to use the leftovers here for, and well, it can be fairly spectacular, okay? So let's see how that goes in a minute or two, okay? Be back in a bit. Okay, we are back to do the final act in creating steak au poivre, which is to make the sauce, all right, which is peppercorn sauce, of course, okay? What else would it be? And this does not have to be as screaming hot as when you cook the steak. So you let your pot or pan cool down a little bit before you do it. And 5 minutes, whatever. Like I said, best type of pot or pan to use for this particular deal is a cast iron. But you can use non-stick. All right, and it still works. No issue there. You just don't get quite as crispy on the exterior to the steak, but otherwise it's pretty much the same. Okay, and I think we're just about hot enough now. Let's check it out. Nope, 254 is too cool. All right, we're going to raise it up a little bit. Our first ingredient that's going to go in here, all right, is booze. Brandy. Okay, this is Korbel brandy, which I think was the cheapest one that they had. And a great cooking booze, and you know your food doesn't come out alcoholic because the alcohol all burns off. All right, and you just get the flavors from it. And one more check. 277. All right, that'll probably work. Let's see how it goes. Whoa! Like I said, it's fairly what do you call it? Interesting. Ooh, I almost singed my eyebrows on that one. All right. Be careful when you use that stuff. All right. And that's what happens, right? And then we're going to put in a little cream, heavy cream for this. And we're going to, whoop, there we go. And that color looks pretty good to me. And I got to do something about the fire alarm, so that's it for this segment of the video. Fuck. Fire!